Ferrari did it again. They won the 24 Hours of Le Mans the second year in a row. And that's even more amazing considering how much they were compromised by BOP. Before the race, the regulators introduced a new two-step BOP to be able to massively reduce Ferrari's top speed advantage. So the Ferrari had 20 to 30 horsepower less on the straights. But still, even with an average weight, Ferrari wasn't just competitive in qualifying, they were constantly running at the front during the race. If you want to know more about the exact balance of performance rating of this year's Le Mans 24-hour race, check out my other video. So what makes this Ferrari so competitive? One thing is reliability. The other thing is sheer performance and innovative design solutions. Just a few quick things. While other manufacturers decided to build a LMDH car, where they buy a monocoque from a supplier, Ferrari decided to build a LMH car, where they can design the whole car themselves. Check out my other video for more information on these regulations. And you can see clearly how much narrower the Ferrari cockpit is compared to other cars. Porsche decided to use a light bar at the back, which sits in the wake of the car. Ferrari decided for such a light bar as well, but positioned it a bit higher, so the light actually works like a beam wing in F1 and supports the diffuser and rear wing. So there's a good reason to have this light. Porsche is using large, fully integrated designer headlights. Ferrari created some LED lights which actually work as dive planes to increase downforce. And the regulators test cars in the wind tunnel to make sure they stay within a certain range for drag and downforce. But these tests are without yaw angle. So the Ferrari has lots of longitudinal gurneys across the car. So with straight flow, they don't do much, but under yaw they increase downforce. And you need downforce under yaw and not in a straight line. So the Ferrari can have less wing angle on the straights for less drag and still generates enough downforce in the corners. For more details about the Ferrari design, check out my other video. The Toyota was by far the heaviest car on the hypercar grid, but the team is very experienced and the car reliable, so both cars could move to the front during the race. The Toyota had 18 horsepower more than the Ferrari above 250 km per hour. But it was still not enough to win. The two LMDH cars, Porsche and Cadillac, had pretty much the same BOP rating and showed similar performance. Both showed good pace throughout the race, but due to mistakes and tricky conditions, Cadillac lost 2 of their 3 cars and Porsche lost 2 of their 6 cars. The big achievement for Lamborghini was to bring both of their cars to the checkered flag. But the car is lacking pace, and although they were pushed by their good BOP rating, being the strongest car below 250 km per hour and still having 14 horsepower more than the Ferrari on the straights, while being one of the lightest cars, both Lambos were not competitive in quali and finished the race 2 laps down. Fixing reliability problems is usually easier than fixing performance issues. That said, let's come to Alpine, who were one of the lightest cars and had the same power level on the straights as the Porsches. They were running pretty well, but unfortunately their Megachrome Formula 2 engine gave up early on both of their cars. Alpine chose to run a cheaper LMDH car and they combined it with an existing engine so they can keep the costs down. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to finish Le Mans. And another disappointment was BMW. Now, after overcoming their reliability issues and with their good BOP rating, they were very competitive. But driver errors pushed them back, and after a little fight with the customer Ferrari and trying to push the yellow car on the grass and wet spots, Kubica paid back and that was the end of the second BMW. So double DNF and big disappointment. And so it is very nice to see that the private Isotta finished the race. 9 laps behind the leader, but still well in front of the fastest LMP2. So what did we learn from the 24 Hours of Le Mans 2024? You have to build a race car that cannot be slowed down by BOP. So how did you like this dramatic 24-hour race? Let me know in the comments below and see you at the next video.